Hey, welcome to a new video. Sometimes there are things in the world that are hard to explain. In this case, they were all captured on camera. We have no idea if these mysterious videos are real or not, so we'll leave it up to you to decide. Grab some food and drinks and have some fun watching this video.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video.
In the following video, there's an interview going on between an athlete and a reporter, and while he's busy answering questions, something strange happens in the background. As you can see, there's a number of people in the video, but look carefully at the woman in the blue jeans. She disappears from the screen in an inexplicable way. Could the TV station just have recorded a magic trick, or something else going on here? Some people believe that the woman could be a time traveler, while others say that she's just walking behind the woman with the trolley. If this is the case, then this would have been some incredible timing. What do you think happened here? Let me know in the comments. Sometime in 2014, the following video footage was shot at a gas station at night. The security camera captures something that remains a mystery to this day. Some people think it's ghosts running by. Others think it's orbs associated with the paranormal. Many people in the comments discuss what it could have been. But someone hypothesized that it might be people or deer running by. At one point, something is also thrown over the fence. What do you think was captured on camera here? Let me know in the comments. The following video footage is from surveillance camera, and initially there isn't much to see. It appears to be a parking lot with a man carrying luggage in the upper right corner. However, if you look closely, you can see a black orb moving from right to left. Some people in the comments believe it's a camera glitch, while others think it might be an angry spirit or something extraterrestrial. White orbs are often associated with the presence of spirits, so black orbs are thought to be spirits with malicious intentions. What do you think we witnessed in this video footage? Let me know in the comments. This manhole needs an exorcism is how several news outlets introduced this event, and they weren't too far off wrong. This mysterious event happened in Denver, Colorado, and it was caught on camera. As we can see in the video footage, a manhole in the middle of the street appears to be bouncing. The explanation behind it? We can only guess. According to spectators, it could be anything from air bubbles to mutated turtles or even ghosts. According to authorities, it's not uncommon for manhole covers to make noises when the pipes are filled with water. The water is pushed down and the air shifts, trying to get out. However, if you've ever tried to lift a manhole cover, you'll find that these things are impossibly heavy. So imagine how much air pressure that would have to be to make it mysteriously bounce around. In this video, the YouTube channel called TechRax traveled to the middle of the Nevada desert. They decided to go to a place with a geothermal phenomenon known as the Devil's Cauldron. Steam rises from the dome of the cavern, sometimes reaching over 80 degrees Celsius. The team attached an iPhone 11 Pro to a drone and submerged it in the hot water. At first, the underwater footage seems like nothing out of the ordinary, but when they lower the phone even deeper into the water, they hear something disturbing. Just listen. As you could hear, it seemed like a lot of people were screaming underwater. Others believe this might be the devil himself. Pretty spooky. This place isn't called the Devil's Cauldron for nothing. You have them in different shapes and sizes, but the next strange bird is known as the gorilla bird. This bird was captured on camera at the Parco shopping center in Nagoya, Japan. It seems that this bird likes to work out, because it looks so muscular. The bird is said to be a crow, and some people say that when they lower their wings and widen their legs, it looks like they are standing on their wings. Other people say that this bird is bigger than normal. According to the person who took the video, the bird would have sat still for several minutes without changing its position. This is Grandmaster Wolf, an Australian master who claims to harness the powers of Chi Flow. He practices this in the remote mountains of the Himalayas. Qi is a concept originating from traditional Chinese culture and martial arts. It's said to be a vital force residing in every living body, considered life force or energy. In the following video footage, Grandmaster Wolf demonstrates his superpowers. When he hovers his palm over a bowl of water, you can see a kind of free wave resonating on the liquid surface. He explains the water has its own qi, and when this qi interacts with human qi, a phenomenon resembling vibrations occurs. He might have used some tricks, but so far, no one's been able to explain it. On September 23, 2003, several people decided to stand still after seeing a plane hovering still above their heads. Obviously, airplanes don't do that unless you're in a video game. The vast majority of aircraft cannot simply hover, especially commercial aircraft, except perhaps helicopters. This mysterious moment is called a glitch in the Matrix. It seems the world is having a glitch and the plane is stuck in time. Others say this is the only logical explanation, because there would be literally no other explanation, provided it's some kind of optical illusion. Unfortunately, the pilot of the plane never came forward to explain the situation. What's your theory as to how this plane could stay still in the air? Let me know in the comments. A group of motorcyclists from the YouTube channel Photography were riding through the forest of Banda Aceh in Sumatra, Indonesia in 2017, when at one point they came across a small mysterious figure. All stood still for a moment and then decided to go after the figure. The figure seemed to have a stick in his hands and ran back into the bushes as fast as he could. The group tried to look for him, but because he was so small, they couldn't find him again. Some people in the comments believe that the small figure was a member of the Monte tribe, a group of indigenous pygmies who are said to live there. There's one problem with this claim, however, because the Monte tribe is said to be only a legend because no scientific evidence has ever been found. The Aceh government later went in search of the figure, but couldn't find any trace of it. What did these bikers come across here? What do you think? In many Russian villages, a mysterious plague was reportedly observed that made them think the end of the world was near. In the mysterious event, hundreds of thousands of flies swarmed into the area. The locals were shocked, but it was not the first time they had experienced this. The flies flew into the Russian Ural Mountains in large swarms, which looks quite terrifying on camera. The government had to launch an official investigation into the event. The video shows that the swarm of flies, which gathered in a cloud-like formation, buzzed through the village. Locals said they could not open their windows, hang their laundry outside, or even go outside for the fear of these flies. In fact, the flies were gathering everywhere from various roads to the fields surrounding the village. What do you think this mysterious plague of flies means? Let me know in the comments. After watching this video, you might wonder if this winged being is real. The video footage was supposedly captured by a bystander who suddenly saw movement on the church's roof. Although it's challenging to get a clear view of the creature, it appears to be roughly the size of an adult man. In the same frame after this event, another person seems to capture the white figure from a different angle. Some say it must have been a demon, while others believe it was created by computer graphics. How likely do you think it is that this creature actually exists? What are your thoughts? Over the years, more and more people have cars. It's always cozy to take a ride. But when the next person wanted to get into his car, he noticed that his car was stuck in the middle of a tree. It could be that there might have been an accident. But that doesn't explain how the tree ended up in the middle of the car. This car was found in the French city of Nantes. There's nothing else wrong with the car parked, just that there's a tree stuck in the middle. But how could this have happened? In the video, we see masses of people standing around it, trying to understand anything about what is happening right before their eyes. There are incidents where abandoned cars are taken over by nature, but if a tree really grew through the car, it would have taken several years. Perhaps a time traveler entered the coordinates incorrectly and landed in the wrong place. Who knows? What the locals of Monterrey saw in the sky on May 17, 2006 was inexplicable. According to many people, a witch could be seen flying on a broom above the mountains in the town of Nuevo Leon in Mexico. Because this sighting was so bizarre, most news channels in Mexico had broadcasted it on television. Other people who don't believe in witches say it might have been a UFO. But according to a UFO expert who analyzed the video footage, it would be more likely to be a witch than a UFO. A Mexican officer who claims to have seen the same thing says he was even attacked by a witch once. Now, it's common knowledge that the stories about witches are based on real people, but whether they can actually fly on their brooms has never been proven. What do you think they captured on camera here? Let me know in the comments. The next strange event took place in Iraq, causing people to start calling for an apocalypse or the end of the world. The video footage went viral on social media and was shared hundreds of thousands of times on Facebook and Twitter. So what happened here? It's hard to explain, but it looks like a planet or moon is spinning, and in the video you can also hear several people screaming. The mysterious event was associated with Planet X or Planet Nibiru, and some people claim that a giant planet could one day crash into Earth and wipe out humanity. According to the story, the people who were in the area would not be able to explain how this was possible, while others say that the video is most likely fake. But still, the video footage looks pretty scary. Let's hope it never happens. When I came across this mysterious being, the Chinese hybrid man, I was taken aback. Little is known about this creature that resembles a man with ape-like features. It was filmed in a remote village in Sichuan province, China. Some call it the Yeren Ape-Man. According to Chinese folklore, the Yeren Ape-Man is an enormous ape-like creature living in the mountainous forests. Essentially, it's China's version of Yeti or Bigfoot. The Chinese hybrid man is quite tall with long arms and legs. His mother claims that she was abducted by a Yeren, and then she gave birth to him. Yeren remains a myth, much like Yetis and Bigfoot, but there have been 12 documented cases of giant ape-like beings reportedly in Russia and China. Quite mysterious, in my opinion. If you were one of the spectators in this video, you would swear the sun was setting. But this event in China is not the real sun. According to the story, the Chinese authorities allegedly created an artificial sun that they launched. Many people were greatly amazed and stood watching it go up into the sky. The artificial sun was also said to be 5 times hotter than the normal sun. But if the artificial sun was really that hot, I wonder how everything nearby wasn't burned. According to these articles, China would also have achieved a world record for the hottest temperature. Still, some people doubt that this is an artificial sun, or that this is just a rocket, or even digital animation. What do you guys think? Thousands of strange things wash up on beaches around the world every year, but what washes up regularly off the coast of Sato Island in Japan is pretty creepy. Hundreds of empty boats from North Korea are said to be found on the Japanese coast every year. They would not be so empty, however. If some stories are to be believed, the locals call these stray boats ghost ships. It's also thought that North Korean fishermen who were looking for fish had gone too far out at sea. Other people believe that these fishermen may have encountered a legendary ocean monster, and spirits such as the Yangwang. The Yangwang would drag unsuspecting people off their boats and bring them to his underwater palace. If you don't believe these stories, then this event still remains quite mysterious. This strange event in which a plant started spinning around from nowhere took place in a district of India, and it was so strange that people could not figure out how it could happen. In September of 2016, a man reported that something strange was happening to a tree that was in front of his house. The tree that was in front of his house was said to be a Neem tree, which locals described as a miracle tree. But the miracle that 2 small Neem plants began to turn on their own brought many question marks. According to scientists, plants would not normally be able to move at this speed. So the locals believe that this Neem tree is sacred, and they have gathered to see the event with their own eyes. Most people declared it a miracle, but how do you think this was possible? Could it possibly be that ants are responsible for this? What do you think? You might think the sky is falling when you see this foam-like object not touching the ground. This video footage was recorded in 2011 in Beta Faris, an area in the United Arab Emirates. It was captured by a passerby who found the object very intriguing. He asked a laborer who wasn't present in the area to film him when he touched the cloud. Real clouds are made of vapor, so the fact that he can touch the cloud is pretty strange. Some scientists say it can't be a real cloud because clouds don't naturally fall from the sky. However, they can't determine where this cloud-like object came from. Some suggest it might be foam. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. A turkey is a species of bird that has a very strange tradition. In this video, we see a lot of turkeys that seem to be stuck in an endless loop of running around a tree with no signs of stopping. Many people on the internet tried to solve this inexplicable moment. One attentive viewer even noticed that one of the turkeys was running very fast, as if possessed. Other people say that it might be a glitch in the Matrix, and that this is proof that we are living in a simulation. This animal behavior is obviously very confusing, and researchers say that they don't have an answer. It looks like the turkeys are engaged in a battle for dominance, following one dominant turkey who's in charge until the bitter end. In the following video, we see some stray dogs trying to pull off the bumper of a car for some reason. The owner of the car was surprised when he saw the next day that his car was heavily damaged. Thinking that someone was probably trying to steal something from his car, he reported it to the police. But when they checked the surveillance camera of a nearby store, they saw that about 8 stray dogs were the culprits. Why the dogs destroyed the car's bumper remains a mystery even to this day. The owner who had the car had it repaired for about 550 euros. He thinks that a cat was possibly hiding somewhere in the car. Because what else could it be? What do you think? I came across the following video several times on the internet, and I just had to show it to you. This event took place somewhere in Xingtai, China, when a couple of cars were mysteriously lifted up by an unknown force. Dozens of people were watching as 2 cars suddenly floated into the air for a few seconds. People in the comments say it was probably done through video editing, but the fact that the black car comes to a stop makes it very believable. According to the story, dozens of people ran away in fear. Could it be that there's a strange gravitational pull taking place at this spot that lifted the cars? It's not the first time that strange things happen in China, but let's hope that this event isn't real, because I don't think anyone would want to experience this when you're driving around peacefully. Do you believe teleportation is possible? If your answer is no, your opinion might change after watching this video. The video footage was captured with a car's dashcam. Initially, there's nothing particularly strange going on, but as the car turns the corner, pay attention to the black van. Suddenly, a man with a backpack appears. It's unclear where he came from. Some say he flew through the car's window, but I didn't see that happen. To be honest, what makes it even stranger is that the man gets up and calmly walks away as if nothing happened. Have you ever gone out and found someone wearing the same shirt as you, or have you ever had a déjà vu? Déjà vu means having an experience where you've experienced something before. But how bizarre is it when you meet someone on the street who looks exactly the same and also wears the same clothes? And is such a thing a coincidence or something else going on? The probability of something like this happening is also incredibly low. In the following video, we see Laura Bundox, a political correspondent who was doing a report in front of the camera, when something strange was noticed. Behind her in the background, another woman was wearing exactly the same clothes. What are the odds of the two women wearing the same black coat and the same orange scarf, and then running into each other? The following video went viral in 2015 and shows a city moving in the clouds somewhere in China. Although many people believe this video was edited, others say that they saw the same thing in the sky that day. To this day, there's no way to verify if the video is real or not. Experts say that if the video is real, it's probably a mirage. A mirage, also called an optical phenomenon, is where there are large temperature differences between different layers of air. But maybe it was a city from another dimension that showed up temporarily, or maybe our brains are just fooling themselves. The video footage does look pretty real in my opinion. The question whether extraterrestrial life exists on Earth remains a great mystery. But over the years, numerous UFO sightings have been captured on camera. Largely, these are likely to be fake, but a small percentage of them cannot be explained. In 2011, there was an Australian man named Nick Brent who saw something strange happening over the water. He grabbed his camera and started filming what looked like two black floating objects. According to the man, this video footage was filmed in Nouméa, the capital of the New Caledonia Peninsula. If aliens exist at all, it could be well that they are looking for a remote place to explore. The video footage is unfortunately very short, because the batteries in the camera would run out at some point. As far as I've been able to find, this video's never been debunked. So what we're seeing remains a big mystery. What do you think these two black objects are? UFOs, or what else? Unfortunately, there isn't much info available about these video clips, but it's believed that they were recorded somewhere in Africa. In the footage, we see a man who appears to be levitating in the midst of onlookers. It's unclear whether this is a performance, but the original video claims it's a ritual or supernatural event. According to science, levitation isn't real, and when it happens, it's often the result of illusions or deception. However, in Africa, people believe in witchcraft and various forms of magic practiced by many witches. Since the person who recorded this video was at a distance from the gathering, we can't clearly see if the man is using any props, but it genuinely appears that the man is floating in the air. You would think that people with superpowers, such as the ability to disappear, become invisible, or teleport somewhere else, would want you to keep this hidden. But in this case, something very unusual was caught on camera. The news was showing a high-speed car chase somewhere in the United States. A criminal had stolen a car and was being chased by the police. But during the chase, the car with the criminal disappears out of nowhere. People in the comments think this is a glitch in the Matrix, or maybe the person was a time traveler. For centuries, people have tried to figure out a way to walk on water. But in the Bible, it's described that Jesus was the only one who could walk on water. However, if we believe this picture, there are also people in the world that can do this. But I had also found a video where we see a man walking on water in the Ganga River somewhere in India. Although some people believe that he's really walking on water, there might be an explanation. It's obvious that he's in the middle of the river, but maybe the river is shallow in some places, so he's walking on a sandbar. So the question is whether there's a sandbar present in this part of the river. Because several birds can also be seen in the middle of the river, people suggest that a sandbar is therefore present. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Ladders are handy to use when you can't reach something. But what the ladder in this video does is pretty strange. The video is said to have been uploaded to YouTube sometime in 2013, and the ladder would start walking by itself for 3 minutes. The question, of course, is how is this possible? It looks like no one in the comments really has a clear answer. Some people think that the ladder may have become possessed, while others say it's the wind. What's your theory on how this ladder can move forward? Let me know your opinion in the comments, because I personally really have no idea how this could even be happening. Within Chinese culture, there's a legendary creature called the Long, depicted as a dragon. When the following video clips went viral in China, many speculated that it might be related to this Chinese dragon. However, many people are highly skeptical and argue that it can't possibly be a dragon. In European culture, dragons are often depicted as fire-breathing creatures, but in China, it's different. There, they believe that dragons can transform into other animals, such as turtles, fish, and snakes. Nevertheless, the video clips are quite mysterious. What makes it even stranger is that the dragon was captured on camera from 3 different locations. Rain falling in only one place is something you thought only happens in cartoons, right? But no. In this video, we see the rain falling down in the middle of the street in a specific spot. Cars even ended up having to drive around it instead of through it, because the spot keeps getting bigger. However, strange weather phenomena are not unheard of. From time to time, things are observed in the sky that you normally only see in movies. For example, look at this photo from Italy in which we see a kind of cigar-like cloud. You start to wonder what other surprises Mother Nature has in store for our Earth. Imagine you're with your family on vacation, swimming in a beautiful pool, and after watching back the video footage, you suddenly see something creepy and inexplicable. This is what happened to this family who decided to watch the video back. And when the man wants to put his little son on the edge of the pool, we see a mysterious hand. Did you see it? A mysterious hand that seems to be coming out of the pool is touching the little boy's leg. Unfortunately, I couldn't find that much info about the video, so I'll leave it up to you how this could possibly be. Where do you think that hand is coming from, and how can this be explained? Let me know in the comments. What you're about to see is not only mysterious, but will likely send shivers down your spine. In 2013, there was a social gathering in Russia attended by the wealthiest individuals, including billionaires, supermodels, and politicians. Everything was proceeding normally until an unexpected power outage occurred, plunging the room into darkness. The entire room was pitch black, except for the eyes of some guests, which glowed in the darkness. Many witnesses claim that this truly happened, including the Russian musician Zervanovsky, who was invited to perform with his band, and the supermodel Natalia Vodinova. Some people believe that these Russian elite are extraterrestrial or reptile beings in human form. Others contend that they underwent secretive biological experiments to stay young, and the glowing eyes serve as evidence. It's not often that a boxer steps in the ring with an invisible person, let alone gets knocked out by him while a crowd is cheering in the background. Let's face it, this is just a very strange video. Boxing is a tough sport, but could you imagine going up against someone completely invisible? What would your strategy be if you had to fight someone with invisible superpowers? Or what do you think happened in this video, and how is this possible? Could the video have been manipulated with digital animation? Is he fighting a ghost, or could we be dealing with a glitch in the Matrix after all? Recently, a video went viral that was recorded in San Juan County in the US state of Utah. A mysterious monolith had been found standing somewhere in a canyon of a desert. It was noticed and reported by biologists aboard a helicopter. They were counting sheep when the metal pillars suddenly caught their attention. After some investigation, it was discovered that the 3-meter-high metal pillar had been installed in 2016, but thus was not discovered until 4 years later. The identity of whoever erected the thing in the desert remains a great mystery. It's also puzzling as to what the monolith was built for. Some people believe that the monolith has something to do with UFOs and aliens. The monolith was removed from the site a few days after it went viral on the internet, and it's unfortunately still unknown why the monolith stood in the desert for all these years. If the following video footage is to be believed, the Jesus statue opens his eyes. Of course, this sounds like a miracle, and some people believe that this is Jesus' way of showing that he will return to Earth. In fact, it's written in the Bible that Jesus will return on Judgment Day. This Jesus statue is said to be somewhere in Ohio, USA, and people in the comments claim that this event is a holy miracle. Others say that it's just video editing. However, in the video footage, we can see that there is also another statue, namely of Mother Mary. Why these statues are in the middle of a lawn, I couldn't find out. Do you think it's possible that Jesus is showing himself to people in this way? Or do you believe that this video is fake? The following video features a masked figure filmed in Pakistan. It's claimed the woman hiding behind the bags is a witch, and the person behind the camera is attempting to drive her away. However, her reaction is quite eerie. What's even stranger is that a similar figure was observed in Karnataka, India. It's unclear whether these two videos are connected, but the description of one of the videos describes the figure as a strange extraterrestrial being. Unfortunately, I couldn't find out the true identity of the masked figure, but it's claimed that some animals in the village suffered strange injuries from this figure. Do you believe these mysteries are real or not? After seeing this video in which a moose runs across water, you've probably seen it all. After all, how is this even possible? The moose is filmed by people on a boat and was made somewhere in Alaska. Even if you've never seen a moose in real life, you may know that they can get very big. Just watch this video where one of them is walking down the street in the middle of traffic. By the way, did you know that they are the largest mammals in North America? According to the Alaska Department of Fish and Wildlife, moose are considered the largest members of the deer family. They average about 5 to 6.5 feet or 1.5 to 2 meters tall from hoof to shoulder. And then back to this video. Because how is it possible for this elk to sprint across the water? On land, moose sometimes seem awkward already, so the fact that he runs across the water is pretty mysterious. What happens in this video is, in my opinion, one of the scariest things I've ever seen. You see, in the Mexican city of Saltillo, there's a Christian church building with a statue of Jesus Christ. In this video, shot sometime in 2016, we see a person filming the building and the statue. After a while, the statue of Jesus seems to open its eyes. Many people in the comments say it's a sign from God, while others say the video footage was edited. A few seconds after Jesus opened his eyes, he also closes them again. This moment in itself is creepy enough, but the fact that Jesus appears to be staring into the camera is even scarier. People of faith say that one day Jesus will return. Could this be a taste of what is to come? Or has the video been tampered with? What do you think? What did you think was the most mysterious event on this list? And have you ever experienced something mysterious yourself? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.